Hey everybody, Shushak Redemption back to finish out this 84-85 season that we started yesterday. Well, the 84-85 season anyway. This is year 2 of the Pacers rebuild. We stopped yesterday at the All-Star break. Didn't make any trades at the trade deadline. Record is 23-20 right now and 6th in the East. So we're going to pick up where we left off and hope to finish out this season. So without further ado, let's get going. 4 away games to start out. That looks like fun. Here we go. 3 losses and a win. Not a great start as we pick up here. So lost by 5 to the Clippers, who are worse than me. I didn't make any more changes, I don't think, to my rotation since I signed off yesterday. So we've got Stockton starting now. Only 6 assists. He's been getting like 8 or 9 pretty regularly, even as a backup he was. But alright, we lost by 3 to the Warriors, who are also worse than me. So we're losing to teams worse than mine. That's not a good sign. I let 4 different guys score 20 points on me. Herb Williams had a good game. I don't think I have any injuries right now. One thing I did do after I signed off was I went to the contract extensions because I saw the deadline was coming up soon. And I extended Butch Carter because he was taking the minimum, and he's only, what is he, 26? 26. So I figured I'd lock him in. So he still had this year, next year, but he wanted the minimum, and he was willing to take 2 more years. So I figured he'll probably stay around to 76. I don't know that it'll get any better at this point, but minimum for a 76 overall, fairly young guy, sounded decent. If he ends up doing poorly, then he might be on the trade block, but so far he's been pretty consistent in the 2 seasons. If my team doesn't start winning and we end up at the end of the playoffs, I was hoping for like a mid seed in the playoffs, like lowest 6 seed, which is what I was before I just lost 3 games, and now I'm probably not anymore. But if I'm worse than a 6 seed, I feel like I'm going to make some pretty drastic changes in the offseason, because this team with Marcus Johnson, Kellogg, and Herb all in the 80s, and an up-and-coming John Stockton, I have pretty high hopes. So let's keep going here. Another loss, that's not great. I think I've scouted all the real people completely. Oh, not quite. St. Vincent, Catledge, Brown, Ellie, Scurry, Keeling, they're all real. And then I guess I'm going to start scouting some fake people. Yay. Alright, well, ended the week with 2 wins, so 500 week isn't terrible. I'm staying above 500, just barely, 26 and 25. The Nuggets, who are just terrible, beat me. I keep losing to bad teams. If I would just beat them, my record could be much, much better. Vandeweghe and English and Paxson played over 40 minutes. I guess that's because they had 2 guys foul out here. English also had a triple-double. How many of those does he have this year? 2. And it's only evidently the 3rd of his career, so glad he could have that highlight against me. We've got Johnson with only 13 points. Seems like Herb Williams has been at the top pretty consistently here. 10 points, 9 assists. Great shooting by Stockton. Very good. The Sixers are awesome, so losing to them kind of makes sense. And if I lose close, in this case 3 points to a good team, I can feel okay about that. But when I'm losing to terrible teams, I'm not feeling so great. Malone had 26 rebounds. That might be the season high for anyone. It sure is. So I'm just giving all sorts of people highlights. Not quite as a career high of 37. I hope that doesn't happen against me. All right, the Rockets are worse than me, and we beat them by 24. That's good. Kellogg with 17 rebounds. Johnson stuffed the stat sheet there. Nice. Stockton had a very poor shooting game. The Rockets, so Ralph Sampson was good. They don't have much behind him. Thorpe's not as good as he will be yet as a rookie. They traded for Tree Rollins. I wasn't quite understanding that trade because they have their best player at the same position. I also don't remember who they traded, so. Alright, then we beat the Sonics, who are better than me. There we go. Marquise Johnson, 36 points. Archibald with a double-double off the bench. Stockton was decent. I'm also trying to keep tabs on how angry Alton Lister, who just hates my team, and Herb Williams, who isn't quite as livid, but still doesn't really want to be a Pacer. Keep an eye on that, because one of them, if not both, might be on the trade block in the off-season. Keep going here. Beat the Blazers, who are very good. Herb Williams is hurt. I think I have a lineup without him in it, but I'm not. I think I did that before I made Stockton a starter, so he's down 7, so he's definitely not playing. Chuck Nevitt, I think, is going to get some playing time, because when he played before, he was really good in very limited time, but it was better than what Fernston did when I had him active. We also have Franklin Edwards, a point guard down here, who's angry about not playing, I guess. Not sure why. Alright, let's go load that. I think I have a no Herb lineup. There we go. Alright, now, so let's restart. Let's give Nevitt the backup center. Yep, Archibald and Stockton need to be switched. But then I had Stockton playing more. I did have Archibald finishing out the game. I think I'm going to let Stockton do that. So let's give Stockton 27. We need Chuck Nevitt 7-5. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be playing power forward. So we could give Kellogg more minutes, or Elvin Hayes, who has not been very good. Let's give, Kellogg those, Reed those. Anything else? I don't really like this here with Reed. Here, let's do this. How does that look? I guess that's probably as good as I'm gonna get. Reed's playing a lot. Lister's playing a lot. And Chuck Nevitt, I'm not sure he can play 16 minutes, but let's find out. Let's resave that lineup as a no Herb. And we'll see how they do. It's only, I think it was a day-to-day injury, so might be back to this very quickly. How is Elvin Hayes doing? He is shooting better, so that's good. I mean, for a 39-year-old, he's ready to retire, but we're letting him have his swan song, I guess. Hoping to win some games. So I did play one game without Herb. Now he's back. Let's get him back in. Load my normal rotation, which is here. Except did I have Fernston playing? Surely not. We need to switch that for Hayes. And maybe since Herb was hurt, we let Lister have another one of his minutes. Do something like that. Oh, and then Stockton for, whoops. I want to let him finish the game like I had. There's something like that, I think. Alright, let's save that as my new normal lineup. Alright, so that looks like the right order. Tiny's shooting over 50% now. Nice. Alright, so we lost to the Cavs. Hopefully the Spurs and the Pistons are pretty good, so I might lose 2 more games. I sure did. The Pistons really hurt me. Alright, Blazers I beat by 15, and they are a good team. Had some good games here. So this is the game Herb got hurt and fouled out, and Reed fouled out, and Carter fouled out in possibly the lowest amount of minutes I've ever seen. 6 minutes, he fouled out. Wow. Okay then. Here's the Blazers. Held Olajuwon to only 9 points. That would be part of why I won. They had a couple guys foul out too. The Cavs are decent. Beat me by 12. Well, at least Butch Carter. And now he plays 26 minutes and doesn't get a foul, so I guess he learned his lesson. This was the game I played without Herb, so Nevitt came in, didn't make a shot, but had 3 free throws. Lister didn't do much as a starter. He fouled out in 25 minutes. Not great. The Spurs, okay, they're not good. I thought they were good because they have George Gervin. But they're bad and still beat me. Herb and Lister fouled out. I almost always have 2 guys foul out, it seems. Gervin had 32. Mitchell with a double-double. And then the Pistons, who actually aren't that much better than me, they're not to their championship days yet here in 1984, where they've got a still young Isaiah Thomas doing great. They've got Bill Laimbeer getting 20 and 16. He's a double-double machine, it looks like. And then here I am. I had 3 guys foul out this game. Lister and Herb are usually the ones. I don't know why John Stockton's fouling out. I'm guessing he's not done that very often. I don't remember seeing that. Alright, now I'm in 8th. I feel like some changes are necessary here. So I'm going to go see here, what month am I in? I'm almost done with February, so let's look to see the split stats to see who's maybe earned some minutes. Stockton is shooting great. Hasn't made a 3, but I also don't shoot that many of them. So 8 points, 8 assists compared to Archibald, who's shooting even better, almost 60%. 7.6 assists. But they're not 2 guys I would ever play together. They're like pure point guards. So I'm going to leave that as is. I want to look at my centers here. Herb, 18 and almost 8 rebounds, block and a half, shooting over 50%. So he's having a good February. What about Lister? 57%. So far, the 4 people I've looked at are all having great months, and yet I have a losing record. Huh. So Lister and Herb could take more minutes potentially. They're both down 3 because they're angry. Is Kellogg angry too? He sure is. But I still don't know why. I guess because I'm losing and play for winner is very important. That's probably it. February, he's also doing well. guess I could try to play these guys a little bit more. They're actually above what they're suggested. Probably because they're going down. Elvin Hayes. Not shooting 50% this month, but still okay. Let's look at these other guys. My team is shooting amazing this month. Alright, compared to Reed, he's not shooting so great. So that is something I could try differently. I could start Carter at shooting guard, move Johnson to small forward, and have Reed be my backup. I might want to look at their attributes to see if that might make sense. Johnson's having a great February. So my individual players are having a great month. Alright, let's look at... Okay, his perimeter D is an A-. I feel like defense is needed in my starting lineup. His is also an A-. So I think I'm going to try it. Just because I've been losing. I'll go in here and do it. Switch Reed with Carter. And then Johnson's going to play the small forward. And then what we can do, Reed can be the first guy off the bench instead of Lister, I guess. I feel like I need to switch up some of this. Alright, and then Carter comes back in at shooting guard. Could have Herb go out a minute earlier. I'm going to back out so these guys are in the right spots. Now let's try that. There we go. Alright. What else do we need to do? Reed's not going to play that long of a stretch in a row, which means maybe Kellogg takes a small forward. Carter plays those. And then he comes back in. Probably not for only 2 minutes. That's not very cool. How can we fix that? I feel like I have Carter playing way too much. Let's see here. Carter, let's give Kellogg another one. We're going to have to not play Butch Carter 30 minutes probably. He's playing 23 or 21, I think, off the bench. I don't really want it much more than that. Maybe he shouldn't be the first guy in. Maybe it should be Lister. Let's do that. That's the wrong guy. There we go. And then... That didn't take away from Carter, though, did it? It only took away... So I can do it here. To get Reed back some minutes. I still need to take away from Carter. Preferably here. Domino effect here. We already took one away from Herb, so give them that back. Alright. So much fun here. Let's try to keep it similar to what it is. We've got I don't think Reed's ever going to play shooting guard because he's always in with either Carter or Johnson. And Carter's probably never going to play small forward. Alright, we probably would have Reed finish the game though, because he's better. That helps with the minutes. 26 and 22. Lister gained a minute. Herb lost one. Be nice to give him that back. Maybe take away from Elvin Hayes. Somewhere, maybe. Well, Kellogg could also play more, potentially. Let's do that. Let's just try something like that. Might be terrible. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to save that as my new rotation. Hayes is playing less, so Reed's playing less off the bench. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to play Carter that much more than Reed, I guess. But let's fix it here. Try to make them even. 24 and 24. Sounds good. Sounds good. Now watch me just lose all the games. Now that I spent time attempting to fix things. Alright, Mavericks, Kings, and Rockets. Here we go. There's another loss, and Kellogg's hurt. Down 7, so he can't play. Oh, boy. I don't remember if I had a lineup without Kellogg. Probably easier to just start over anyway after those changes I just made. Let's load my new lineup. And then Fernston's definitely not starting. That's Lister. And then this is Nevitt. And then Lister's not playing small forward, I know that. And so that gets Reed back some minutes. Nevitt's never playing power forward. That could be, hey, no, I need a small forward here. Could be Johnson or Carter, or I give Bryant some minutes. I think this was where I gave Bryant some minutes before when Kellogg got hurt. Let's do that. Randomly coming in midway through the second quarter. Goes back here. That's way too many minutes in a row for Reed, which means Bryant would play again. Maybe right there. We've got Lister. And then this needs to be, we could give something like, whoops, like that, except I don't like that 1 minute or 2 minute rest here. I guess it'll work probably for just a little while. Alright, so now I need to take away minutes from Lister because he's not playing 37 minutes. Herb should probably play more as well with Nevitt now as the backup. So, how's that look? 33 for Lister. Hayes is at 15. Let's try it. Let's go see. Did I have a no Clark lineup? I do. Okay. Overwrite that. We are now playing 10 players. Probably for one game because Kellogg's going to be back. Or maybe not for any games. We still haven't scouted these guys to completion. Just keep going here. Now Kellogg is back. Alright. So now we go back and we load my normal rotation. I see why people play without injuries so much. You don't have to do this all the time. Well, hopefully Kellogg wasn't getting hurt simply because I'm playing him so much and he's angry. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Alright, 1 and 2. This is not good. Two of my best players are really mad. I still don't quite understand what makes them so angry. I have morale effects down. Morale difficulty and morale effects, whatever the setting is. I wish there was a way to understand like why they're angry. I think I asked this on a previous video, but if anybody knows like this, where under the relationship and change player where it says history locked, unlocked with skill player, insight 6. If anybody knows what that means, wants to let me know, it'd be wonderful. Because I don't know if there's like a coach you can get or a trainer that helps figure out what's wrong with people, but otherwise I guess you just have to trade them to make them happy. Well, I've traded people before and they're still angry on the other team they joined, so I don't know. The Kings are bad and beat me by 13, so this is not looking good for the Pacers. The only positive thing is that I do still have my pick if it's worse than the Bucks. And we were both, last time I checked, we were both mediocre. Beat the Rockets by 11. Now that I've finished, so we're into a new month, let's go look at if there's been anything that happened. Well, there wouldn't be transactions because the deadline passed. Michael Thompson has ruptured his Achilles. MVP race. James Worthy's in there. I don't think he's been in there before. Maybe he was. Rookie of the Year. Stockton's not in there anymore. I was hoping by making him start and play more, he would be in there. Sixth man, defensive player. Rookie Olajuwon's still in there. Most improved. Got really good players here. Player of the week. Kellogg got one early. Player of the month, Isaiah and Magic. Rookie, Jordan and Olajuwon. Alright, let's look now first at the playoff picture. I'm still 8th, and I'm 5.5 games above the Nets. But there's still 24 games to be played by me, so I was about to say I'm pretty comfortable with making the playoffs, but I've been losing a lot, so I am worse than the Bucks right now. Only 3 games back from them. If I could just win some games, like, it's possible for me to get up to 3rd, like, fairly easily. I'm 3.5 games back. There's a lot of mediocre teams here in the East. In the West, the Lakers have already clinched playoffs. They have teams 26 games back making the playoffs. And the other thing, let's see the mock draft. So Mavericks own the Nuggets pick. The Nuggets have the worst record. I had traded for the Knicks pick, hoping that they would be in the top 3 or so, and right now it's stuck on 6th. There's probably 5, maybe these top 5 guys would be my preference. I think it's funny that it keeps telling me I should get Tisdale because he was really a pacer. So here are the other 2 picks. I have the best of either mine or the Bucks, so that's 12th right now. So 2 picks in the top half of the draft could be worse. This draft is actually pretty deep. I mean, getting like Hot Rod Williams or Benjamin or AC Green, Spud Webb's down here. There are some options. This one has me getting Shrimp, that one McDaniel. So hopefully the Knicks keep losing and I can keep winning. If I recall, so the Pistons, who just beat me by 28, I'll probably lose that one again. The Nets, I keep losing to. I don't know that maybe I beat them once before. Oh, there we go. I won by 1, but they beat me before that twice. And the Sixers are good, so there's a good chance I lose all 3 of these and the season goes down the toilet. Oh, I beat somebody. Alton Lister has an ankle sprain, is out for a long time, so he can't play, which means Chuck Nevitt's back in the rotation. Oh, well, he was already super angry and almost down as much as he is now with a hurt ankle, so it's not good for my playoff hopes. Alright, so Herb probably needs another one. This is where, oops, I need Reed playing more. Oh boy. I think even with this, I probably need I don't know. Do I need Jelly Bean Bryant to play? Potentially. Because we can't have Nevitt playing. We could maybe let Hayes play a little more. He's been doing decent. Some stretches there. This is a huge stretch for Reed, so that can't happen. We could maybe give him a break there. Let Carter play more. Something like that, except he can't play there. That seems like a lot of minutes. I mean, that's what Reed was playing as a starter. I just have him off the bench now. Kellogg's playing a lot. Whatever, we're trying to win here. We are trying to win. We play to win the game. Alright, save this as I think I have a no Lister lineup here. Yep. Okay. We'll see. Bryant's been good, and he hasn't played that many games because he only gets in the rotation when somebody's like day to day. At some point, if I'm like not gonna be in the playoffs, I need to just let everybody play, let them get some PT so they can hopefully progress. So the Pistons beat me by 13. Reed had a good game. Lister didn't do much. Stockton didn't score. We need Kellogg to score more than 12 points. He only shot 8 times for some reason. Herb Williams had a terrible shooting game, 5 of 18. Beat the Nets by 2. I'm a little bit better than them. I think that was the team trailing me, coming after me for the 8 seed. So beating them was, I guess, important, but we need to win other games too. Kellogg with only 13. 3 of 13 shooting for Reed. Lost by 29 to the Sixers. Again, not super surprising because they're good. 3 of 12 for Herb. Some really bad shooting games happening. Johnson had a good game, though. All right, so I'm curious, how many games have I let Carter start now? 6. Let's go this next week and see. Let's compare some stats of him and Reed starting versus on the bench. Oh my gosh. This is not good, guys. 2 of my 3 best players are out with ankle injuries. I think this means Elvin Hayes starts. 39-year-old Elvin Hayes. Did he start games? He did last year. He's not going to play that much. I think Fernston will have to play. Put this fake guy up here. How long is he out? I say 4 to 6 too. Severe left ankle sprain. High right ankle sprain, 6 to 8. So these guys are done. Lister's done for like the season, pretty much. Oh boy. Hayes, I think I looked at his stamina last time. It's like 76 or something like that. He's super happy going up and things. 76. So he can play somewhat decent minutes. I'm going to go ahead and look here at split stats. So starts versus bench. He's shooting 10% better as a starter. So that almost confirms that he's better in the starting lineup. But what about Reed? He's much worse off the bench. Oh boy. He's just not really that good of a shooter, period. He's shooting 40%. I don't know what's so different. He shot 46 last year for the Rockets. Load here. My no. So Lister was the one who was out. So Hayes is going to start. Fernston's my backup. I don't think I have anybody else that can play power forward. Herb can, if Nevitt needs to play more. I don't see how Hayes can play. Oh boy. I don't know that Chuck Nevitt would play that much in a row. Although, what's that? That's the first minute and a half, or the second quarter. So maybe Herb should start. There we go. Start the second quarter. Have him short stretches here. And then Hayes is not playing small forward. We got to give that to Johnson or Carter or Reed, which Reed's already playing a lot, so maybe Bryant comes back in, I guess. Let's do something like that. Oh boy. Okay, so here's where we need Herb. Whoops. Herb here. Nevitt. Fernston. And then this is too many minutes for Hayes. He could maybe start the quarter. I don't know. I have all my starters at the start of the fourth. I'm not sure how realistic that is. Maybe Herb. Well, Oh, he's already at 35. I don't have Bryant playing in the second half right now. I'm not sure where he would. Nevitt's at 20 minutes. That scares me. He's 7'5". Fernston shoots terribly. Like, I don't want Bryant to play only 3 minutes. That seems silly, so maybe we find a way to give Carter those minutes. How about that? Carter's playing a lot in the second. I guess that's okay. All right. We'll save this nonsense. This will be, no, I guess it's Clark Kellogg and Alton Lister. If for whatever reason I need that again sometime in the future, I sure hope not. Alright, well this should be time for Marquise Johnson to just ball out, because Herb shoots, but without Kellogg, he should be getting a lot of the touches. I still have to do this. Just picking whoever's left here, I guess. 3 more losses. Where am I at now? Still 8th. I'm 500 at home, and I'm 15 and 20 away. Not good. We're able to beat the Hawks, who are better than me. Dominique's averaging 31 points a game. Herb Williams, 31 and 13. Johnson fouled out, and this is the game Kellogg got hurt in, so that's why he played 40 minutes. But then we lost by 17 to the Bullets, who are pretty terrible. Johnson only got 18 after me saying he was going to ball out. Elvin Hayes fouled out in 13 minutes. I didn't think about that. He might just foul out. What'd I give him, like 20, 23 or something that he probably can't play anyway? Where's Charles Barkley? 9 points, 14 rebounds. Mahorn, 1 for 9 with 18 rebounds. Lost by 21 to the Celtics. Herb with 28. Is Johnson getting mad? No, he's super happy. But his play for winner is also extremely important. So I don't know what the difference is. Why is he like ecstatic to be on my team versus Clark Kellogg, who hates me? No idea. And then we lost to the Hawks. So we beat them, and then we lose. Robert Reed had 9 assists. Marquise Johnson, I'm hoping for like a 40-point game at some point, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Alright, how close are the Nets now? Now 3.5 games, so I was, 5.5? Something like that. Not looking promising right now. The Bulls are right ahead of me. Rookie Jordan making the playoffs, it looks like. I do play the Bulls. The Knicks, I'd really like to beat. I play them twice. I'd like to beat them both times because I get their pick and they need to have a bad record. Celtics are probably going to beat me. Nets I've not had great luck with. And I'm missing 2 of my good players. So I did beat the Knicks, but that's it. Lost to everybody else. Bulls by 1. Robert Reed with 22 points. The Pacers season has gone downward here. Jordan with 31 against me. Knicks, I hope that they move into the top 4 or 5 at least in the draft, so I can feel good about trading for that pick. I mean, it didn't take much. I traded Bob Hansen, who wasn't going to be in my rotation, and I think an 86. Was it my pick? I don't remember which pick it was. 26-point loss to the Celtics. I guess I can look to see how Elvin Hayes is doing as a starter. He's shooting better. Every time I look, he's shooting better as a starter. So I guess he's good. Nevitt is shooting 50%, but he doesn't really shoot. It's the other things he needs to do. He's getting blocks and rebounds at a decent rate. It's kind of worthless. If I had different positions, if it was point guard getting hurt, I'm more prepared. If Archibald or Stockton got hurt, I have a 74 overall Hollins or an angry, I think he's supposed to be 72, Edwards. Bryant has played well, even though he's only 70. Oh, now I am 2.5 games up on the Nets. I mean, if you look at that, if I'm the 8 seed, I play the Celtics. That's a sweep, definitely. If somehow by a miracle I make it to the 7 seed, I'm against the Sixers. That's a sweep as well. So, I mean, I'd like to make the playoffs. The only benefit of not making the playoffs is that I have my draft pick, and there'd be a chance in the lottery, but not looking good. Hey, the Knicks are 3rd now. That's good. If I could get one of these 4 guys, Ewing, Malone, Dumars, Mullen, those are franchise changers. All of them could fit on my team, hypothetically. Marquise Johnson is a shooting guard or small forward. Clark Kellogg's a power forward or a small forward. Herb Williams doesn't want to be on my team, and Ewing's much better. So all these things I could make work. Here's my pick. It looks like the Bucks got even better. They sure did. The Mavericks still have 2 picks in the top 7, including number 1. So they're going to get really good, it seems. All right, is there anything I can do to make a push here? Is it my team, not my system, but my coaching settings? I'm middle of the pack scoring. I'm middle of the pack allowing scoring. My differential is only negative 1.4. I guess that's in the middle too, so. And I am almost 500, so it kind of makes sense. Field goals attempted. I'm middle of the pack at everything, it seems, including field goal percentage. Threes are non-existent in the league. Percentage, mine's pretty terrible, but I don't really shoot them. Free throws, middle. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm mediocre at everything. Offensive rebounds, mediocre. Defensive rebounds, not so good. Alright, so let's just make one change, see if it matters. I mean, I've got 2 good guys hurt, so there's only so much change that can happen. But we're going to crash the glass on defense. I don't know, run plays. Let's take that down a little bit, see if that does anything. I feel like that's super high. I didn't really look at this stuff last season because I wasn't caring too much. I was more caring about the makeup of my team because I knew I wasn't going to be very good. I almost made the playoffs, but now I find myself in the same situation with what I thought was a better team. Alright, so the Bullets are really bad, the Lakers are amazing, and the Cavs are pretty good. So can I please beat the Bullets? That's all I'm asking for here. It is my only away game, so that's not great. Oh boy. Last scouting trip. Wow. Am I going to scout like the entire list? This is crazy. I did beat the Bullets, and Kellogg's back. Yay! So now I can load my my no lister lineup, I guess. And then Kellogg, because he's coming back from injury, probably shouldn't play quite that much. Let's let Elvin, since he's actually been doing well, play a little. Like, I don't know if, because Herb and Kellogg are my two best players, they're almost playing the same minutes. Should I stagger them? Have somebody good? I mean, I've got Johnson too, and are all three of my good guys playing at the same time? Is that part of my problem? That could be. I didn't really. I mean, the other thing is you'd hope that I'm winning in those minutes when it's Johnson, Kellogg, and Williams because they're my three best players, but they are playing generally the same time in the game. So if I take somebody out earlier, and maybe it's Kellogg since he keeps getting hurt, and so Kellogg can start the quarter. Do something similar here. Well, no, I already have. It is different in the fourth, so that's okay. Let's just try it. So I took, what, 3 or 4 minutes away from Kellogg because he can't stop getting hurt. This becomes my new no lister lineup. And I think we get back to losing. Stockton's rookie season's looking pretty good. Archibald is saying he wants to re-sign. He's not ready to retire yet. He's doing well. How's this experiment going? Is he still doing good as a starter? He's shooting a little bit better, not the 10% that it was. What about Reed? He's still a little worse off the bench. I think that experiment has run its course. Let's go back. I know it's painful how often I'm on the screen, but part of it's for injuries and part of it's because I've been really bad. So, I don't know what you'd expect. Alright, so there's that. Then we get Reed starting. Johnson. And then what else? I think that might be fine. Oh, I guess I need to save that in case somebody else gets hurt and I need to start from there. Not much consistency in lineups here because of injuries and because I've been experimenting. I did beat the Cavs there. All right, a winning week. That's the first one of those I've had. Okay, I was 500. Is that the first winning week? That's the first winning week I've had since the All-Star break. It's a lot of losses. Oh boy. Well, I lost by 38 to the Lakers. Oh. 2 of 13 Reed, not so great. Magic Johnson had 30 points on me. Alright, beat the Bullets by 8. They're bad, but, I mean, really not that much worse than me, because my record's getting really far down there now. Barkley had 27 points. Half of them were free throws. He's averaging 14 and 9 as a rookie. Still funny seeing guys like him, seeing him on the Bullets. That's the fun of a simulation like this. What's not the fun is all the losses. Alright, so why did everybody play? Because I had 4 guys foul out. Johnson, Reed, Carter, and Archibald all fouled out. Well, I'm glad I won. Cavs, winning record, beat them. So this was my first game with Kellogg back. Had 12 and 12, fouled out. Johnson fouled out in 23 minutes. So Reed got his starting position back. Played well, but had 5 turnovers. We've got Carter off the bench, was my second leading scorer. So that looks promising. I'm now 8th, a game and a half behind the Bulls, who I played twice here. The Bucks are decent, the Bullets are bad, the Knicks are bad. So some winnable games here. The Pistons aren't great, but they're much better than me. So here we go. I beat the Pistons. Now Reed is hurt. So now I pretty much go back to the lineup I had before with Johnson and Carter, and now Jellybean Bryant gets to play. And Lister looks like he's almost playable. Well, I can't tell what's down because of injury and what's down because he's angry at me. His ankle is hurt. Well, his speed can't go down anymore because he's super slow anyway. Okay, so this is the first time I think Reed has been hurt. So I think if I load my normal lineup, yeah. So the only difference is Lister's not playing. And then I had Kellogg going out a little earlier. I think Carter's going to have to play more. And then Kellogg was starting the quarter. Probably not playing the whole quarter, though. That's a little scary. Let's just at least get rid of the places where guys shouldn't be playing those positions. Carter's ending the game. Carter's going to have to play a lot more now with Reed hurt. Johnson needs to play more here. Oh, no. There. I had Herb playing another minute somewhere. He could come in here. He can't play power forward. How's that looking? Jellybean, who hasn't barely played all season, is playing 19 minutes now. I think I'd given another minute to Stockton somewhere. Let's go here. Kellogg's back up to his 37. Alright, my bench is looking really sad. So this becomes, whoops, oh, well, I didn't do that. No, what is it? No Robert Reed and Alton Lister. I don't know how many rotations you can save, but that list is getting really long. Alrighty, here we go. Can we beat the Bulls, please? If I beat them twice, I have a chance of passing them. But I'm going to lose by 25 to them instead, so there's that. Lost by 2 to the Bucks. Like, my record's almost as bad as it was last season. That's how disappointing this is. Did have 3 guys with 20 points. This was in overtime that I lost by 2. Only 1 guy fouled out. Usually I have 2 or 3 per game, and in overtime to only have my backup point guard foul out. It's kind of crazy. Bridgman and Moncrief. We beat the Pistons pretty randomly by 5. 15 assists for Stockton. I'm guessing that's his new high. It sure is. Good stuff. Glad to see it. This was when Reed got hurt. 10 minutes. Bill Laimbeer had 22. So Stockton gets 15 assists, but Thomas Thompson with 16. Then this loss is just terrible. They beat me by 13 in the fourth, but they were already up by 11 at halftime. 6 guys in double figures. Oh, Butch Carter was 2 for 12. All right, how are we looking? I'm 2.5 still above the Nets, but 3 back from the Bulls, so that's looking like that's not going to happen. I just need to hold on to 8th just to say I made the playoffs, I guess. What was my record last year? 29 and 53. So I am 5 games above what I was already. So that is an improvement, but not as much of one as I was hoping for. These are all 3 winnable games. The Bullets are worse than me. The Knicks are one of the worst in the league. And the Bulls are just barely better than me. Can I please win 2 of these 3 games? That helps that Alton Lister is back. Because now, maybe it's easier just to paint. Now Nevitt doesn't need to play. I guess I could have switched their roles at least. And then Hayes doesn't have to play as much. So 22 coming off a terrible ankle injury. So let's go with that. 22, 2019. So Hayes still in the rotation. Nevitt, how did he do? So he's playing 10, 11 minutes a game, shooting 52%. I mean, I don't know what more I would expect from him, so nice job, Chuck. You're way better than Fernston. Lionel Hollins is now angry too, because he's not only on a losing team, but not even playing, so surprise. He's only down 2. I thought he was down 3 before. Come on, guys. Let's win some games. Robert Reed, I'm going to leave it for now. I did beat the Bullets. Now Reed is back. All right. Let's load. Now I can load my normal rotation, except, well, let's just do it. There was something I didn't have in it. Oh, it was Reed and Carter. But now that he's coming back from an injury, maybe I leave him on the bench for this one. Lister's at 28, which is not what I wanted. We did that. We had Hayes playing here. Do something like that. And then we had him playing more there. And Herb was starting the second. That can still be Lister. What else did I do? Same sort of thing here. Actually, that might be fine. So, except Herb's playing too much now. So that can be him and him. And then let's give Reed another break since he's coming off an injury. 35. Okay. We'll do that for at least the rest of this week. How did Jellybean do? He played 2 games. Decent. 5 for 9 shooting. Didn't expect too much from him. Good to know I've got some guys that I could maybe give minimum contracts who are dependable for next season. Alright, come on. Come on, let's beat the Knicks. We did. We beat them by a lot. 144 has to be the most I've scored by a long shot. Unfortunately, I lost to the Bulls again, this time by 2 instead of 25. But alright, beat the Bullets by 6. Kellogg, 30 and 11. That's nice to see. Stockton with 8 assists. This was Lister's first game back. 10 and 9 in only his 20 minutes. Barkley keeps scoring more every time he plays me. This is beautiful to see. 47 and 11. Is that a career high? It is a career high, and it's 2 off of the league high for the season. Bernard King scored 49. That R. Workman guy is fake. He got 8 blocks. That's disappointing to see. So he's still hating being a pacer, averaging a double-double. He's playing a little less, probably because of his injuries and the fact that he fouls out so much. He's actually fouling less than he did. King had 25. Oh, it's so sad. So I'm 2 games back. If I would have won that, they'd be 37 and 41. I'd be 37 and 41. Wow. That was a huge game to potentially put me in 7th. And it was in overtime. Oh, nobody fouled. No, Lister fouled out. 4 blocks. Michael Jordan with 34. Nobody fouled out for them. They had a lot of guys have good games. Alright, last week of the season. I'm only a game and a half up on the Nets. They've been on a winning streak, evidently. I thought by winning 2 of those 3 games, I'd be in good position. I'm going to go like a day at a time and look at this. I am curious what this mock draft's looking like. Yes! Yes! The Knicks keep losing, giving me hope at a high lottery pick. Here's my pick. 11th. Oh boy. Alright, let's go 1 game at a time here to see the standings, and not feeling great about my chances with the Celtics. Oh, I lost by 1 freaking point. Catalog 28. Decent games from just about everybody. I shot a great percentage. Bird, McHale, Terrence Stansbury. 16 points in 12 minutes, showing why I should have tried to create the real Pacers instead of, try to be good. Alright, so after that, I'm still a game and a half up, still 2 behind the Bulls. So it looks like I'm probably going to be 8th, but who knows? I play decent teams here. If I lose out, I could very easily be the 9th place team again. So because of that, I feel like I need to go all out and go back to playing my best players in my starting lineup. Like that. Whoops. Shooting guard. Small forward. And then like that. Lister's at 25. I need to play Kellogg more. Oh, when did I do this to Herb? He's playing the first 9 minutes of the second. That's not good. I did want him playing. Let's give him the end here. One more. I'd like him to be at 36. I think I did this at one point. We need my best players in as much as possible. So Johnson needs to play even more. He'll just play the whole first. Kellogg could play a minute more somewhere. Preferably taking from Hayes. I guess the most sense would be right there. I had him playing 38 at some point. I don't really want to take from Reed because he's 80 overall. I guess Lister, I mean, he's hurt, or he's not hurt. Might as well be hurt. He's mad, so it wouldn't hurt to take from him. There. Can Johnson steal another minute somewhere? You could take from Reed right there. Sure. And try that. This becomes my new lineup. Except I keep forgetting to save this with Stockton playing more. Save. Again. Alright. So we've still got the same 9 guys playing, but my good guys upped their minutes. We're hoping to beat the Bucks, who have 6 more wins than me. I lost by 16. I scored 12 points in the third quarter. Sidney Moncrief had almost a triple-double against me. Kellogg did great. Herb Williams fouled out in 19 minutes. Not looking good. Check the standings again. I'm only a game above the Nets. This is not good, guys. Not good. Let's go that day. Did the Nets play? No. The Pistons are 49 and 31. I lost by 19. It wasn't Isaiah, it was Vinnie Johnson and Kelly Tripucka. Am I really not going to make the playoffs? There's still a game back. I need to win or the Nets need to lose. I have no idea what the tiebreaker is. The Knicks could be the worst team in the East. What's the Nuggets record? Are they must be like really terrible. 23 wins. So they've locked up the best or the worst record. but the Knicks have the same amount of wins as the Bullets and the Kings. So I could have the second best chance at the number one pick, or even the fourth best. Let's go one game at a time here. So there's the Knicks. That's hopefully a loss. They did lose. That's good. The Bulls and Hawks, there's no bearing on my... So there I am. Oh boy. I think I need to play my guys even more. Who do the Nets play? The Nets play the Bucks, who just whooped on me. Hopefully the Bucks win, but I need to win just to be sure. Alright, we're going to play all out here. Special K is playing 39. We need Marquise Johnson playing more. And Stockton maybe playing more. Oops, I don't need to save that necessarily. Here we go. The last game. I'm going to simcast it because I think it automatically goes into the playoffs and I won't be able to see my stats. Here we go. All right. I won the first by 3. Okay. Big win big lead at halftime. They chipped away a little in the third. Okay. There we go. Win by 14. So I am in the playoffs. 8th seed, but I am in the playoffs. Pacers, after being one game out, I believe, last year, have barely made it, but I got a lot more wins. Well, not a lot more, but noticeably more wins than last year. We had decent games. I thought they'd be a little better in all the minutes I gave them, but I guess not. Alright, Magic Johnson gets the MVP. I think he got it last year. It was a Bird. It was him. So 84 and 85, Magic is the MVP. Michael Jordan, no surprise there, is Rookie of the Year. Shot 60%. Sixth man goes to Paul Pressey. Defensive Player of the Year, rookie Akeem Olajuwon gets Defensive Player of the Year. Wow. I'm guessing that's never happened in the NBA. Just improved James Worthy, 24-year-old James Worthy, who increased his scoring by 6 points, got 2 more rebounds, shot lots better. Coach of the Year, Nelson, I'm guessing that is the Lakers, who are 72 and 10. But Executive of the Year is not the Lakers. That is the Jazz. Let's see, yeah, it's Lakers coach. He's not very good, it doesn't look like. It says he would be 64 at a head coach. I guess it doesn't matter when you have a great team. On NBA first team, Isaiah Magic Bird Wilkins Moses. I'm not going to complain with that. Second team, I have a second teamer. Marquise Johnson. Was he in it last year? He was not. He wasn't even a third team, so that's pretty cool. He scored a little less, had pretty much the same season, played a little bit more than he did than last year. James Worthy, English, and Sampson. Rookie MJ makes an All-NBA third team. Davis, McGuire, and Robinson. Defensive team, Moncrief. We got rookie Olajuwon there. Also, rookie Jordan is an all-defensive team. He's going to be a 99 overall before you know it. Larry Bird's here. Bobby Jones. Okay, all rookie. Bowie Perkins tore his MCL. That's not good. Stockton makes it on the all-rookie second team. Good stuff. Ended up averaging 9 points, 8 assists, a steal, and he started just over half the games. And there I am against the 1 seed Boston Celtics. So I was thinking I could just pause it here, but I don't really want to do a part 3 of the season, and I'm quite certain this is going to be a sweep, so I'm just going to go ahead and power through here. Let me... I guess I can check this stuff. I'm going to let them play those minutes I had at the end of the season. Let's see who I need to match up with here. I don't know. I mean, who do I have to guard Larry Bird? Clark Kellogg, I guess. I'm just going to let them take care of that, but we will try to get after him. I guess I could put Herb on Parrish whenever they're in together. They've got McHale, Quinn Buckner, Danny Ainge. Can they play their fake people? That'd be great. That would be wonderful. Brian Winters, so the shooting guard they traded for is out. He broke his leg. So that's helpful, but probably not to where I'll win a game. I did randomly win a game against them in the season earlier, like right before the All-Star break, surprisingly. I don't know that any of that's going to matter here. If I play any more aggressive defense, I feel like my whole team will foul out. So let's go. One game at a time. Oh my god. Oh, well, I won. I won by 9. It was tied going into the fourth quarter. Holy moly. Well, it helps when McHale and Bird foul out. So if we could do that every game, I have a chance. I have a chance. It helps Marquise Johnson scores 31 points, and I have 3 guys with 9 rebounds. I shot a great percentage. Only Carter and Stockton didn't shoot very well. Hit 4 steals. Alright, so I'm not shooting threes, which makes sense. I got to the line a lot, thanks to those guys fouling out. Points in the paint were even. I got a lot more assists. I beat them in rebounds. Turnovers were even. They did lead at some point, but it looks like I had control of the game. Okay. Did anybody get hurt? No. I think we go again. What is happening? Does anybody know what is happening? I won. If this isn't proof of the randomness of 2K simulations, I don't know what is. Pacers win by 4. Again, it was tied going into the fourth quarter. Alright, well, this time Larry Bird did not foul out, had a fantastic game. McHale did not foul out. Nobody fouled out. It looks like they had a great game, but they had a lot of turnovers. 20 turnovers is a lot. I'm guessing I had some good games over here. 30 from Marquise, and he played 44 minutes, I guess because Reed fouled out in his 19. Stockton didn't score. That's not great, but I won, so I'm not going to complain any more than that. Alright, in this one, I shot 2 threes and made them. Who made my threes? Clark Kellogg and Butch Carter made threes. Okay, then. Points in the paint was even again. I don't really see anything I need to adjust. I'm already crashing the board, so I'm not going to get any better than that. They led by 5 at some point. Whew. Still no more injuries. Alright. I don't know if I'm ready if I see the little hand holding a yellow ball move to that next round. I sure didn't. So Celtics win one in Indiana by 20. That sounds a little more like what I would have expected. How I won the first two games in Boston, I have no idea. Not great games. I didn't shoot well. I had a lot of turnovers. Nobody fouled out in that one for either team. Larry Bird had a triple-double. Curious how many he had in the season. 5 and 9 last year. They didn't have the stat much earlier than that. He averaged, oh no, that's playoffs. 25, 8 and 8. Wow. Okay, we'll keep checking injuries here to see if anything changes. Nothing's changed. The only two teams to go on. So the Blazers swept the Warriors. The Blazers are the team I said could make it to the finals, but I didn't. I think I meant the Western Conference Finals because the Lakers are probably immortal. And the Cavs swept the Bucks. So here we go. Game 4 in Indiana. The Celtics win by 2. Oh, the third quarter ruined me. I was up by 3 at halftime. Oh. Kellogg with 34. We had 3 guys foul out. That's probably what did it. Herb did not get to play the, 10 more minutes he has, or 9? Oh, man. Parrish did foul out. Game 5 in Boston. Well, they haven't proven that they can beat me on their home court yet. I don't think there's any more I can do. What if just for this game, I change this to play aggressive defense or physical defense and hope to stop their scoring? There's a good chance I will foul out everybody on my team. But we'll just see. The Lakers swept the Spurs as expected. We'll do a simcast here. Here we go. Oh my gosh. We are up in the first by 5. It is a close one at halftime. It's tied. Oh my gosh. I have the lead at the beginning of the fourth. 2 minutes left. That says I'm up by 6. I'm going to watch the rest of this. I'm not playing, I'm watching, but we are going to witness. Except first of all, let me make sure I'm not. We're up 2 sides. No, I'm not playing. But I also don't want. Where's the. Turn that off.
Taking 2 shots.
6-point lead. The 8 seed Pacers looking to overcome the 1 seed Celtics. 44 seconds left. Danny Ainge knocks down a free throw, bring it to 5. Harris checks in, not sure why he wasn't in already.
To let other players push him around. He's a great competitor. Robert Parrish has checked in for Boston. He hits both.
4-point lead.
Wow, coming through for his team at the line and cutting this down to a very tight game. Johnson left side.
Oh, Marquise Johnson. What a find by John Stockton.
Marquise Johnson, the best step up in the biggest moment.
Could that have put them away?
Basket. They need to get busy in a hurry.
Score and then foul to stop the clock.
Larry Bird for 3. It's no good.
No good on that one.
Herb Williams.
So
oh my gosh, guys. I thought for sure I was getting swept. Why can Boston not win in the Garden? Herb Williams has 22 and 5.
No
Oh,
good as the first free throw missing for him.
Well,
We'll see if he can nail the second.
It's not over till it's over.
And he does get the second one.
They still have a timeout, evidently.
7-point lead. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Go watch this, or can
They're
I still?
behind by 7. 23 seconds
get
left in the
through
fourth quarter of this
7-point
What's your take,
lead.
guys?
And even though this game is likely
24
out of reach,
seconds
a lot
left.
of coaches want to
I'm
practice
pressing things,
their strategies in these
but
situations.
it looks like I have
That's
to wait
right.
for the
Try to
timeout.
extend the game. Ring out wins.
My coach,
or at least lessons.
who's fake, his name's Wang Trapuka, I think. Now can I skip it? Okay, there we go. I don't know why it took so long to get there. For some reason, Marquise Johnson's headed to the bench. I don't know why. So, I guess Butch Carter's good at defense. Elvin Hayes is in. Oh my gosh.
And Boston has
Parrish
possession. They trail
crossing
by
it
7.
over.
Passes to Carr. Fires the three.
Is
The
that
shot will not fall.
ML Carr that just shot that? They are not fouling. They are not fouling.
Carter,
The
left
Pacers will win it in Boston.
And they're going
The
to move
upset
on to the conference
is
semifinals.
complete.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast
Can
of
you
the
believe
NBA
it?
Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For our terrific reporter David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg
Holy
and Mike
moly.
Fratello, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thank you.
There's the box score. So Bird had 20. Yeah, Bird goes down to his hometown Indiana Pacers. I don't know, maybe in some crazy way it will make him think this is the team he belongs on and he'll want to leave Boston. I think I'm dreaming. Johnson had 32 points. The Indiana Pacers. So here I was thinking, why did I just got VC for that. I'm not sure why. I didn't play any of it, but okay. What else happened? The Sixers beat the Hawks. So I wasn't the only upset. The Cavs were technically an upset. Sixers, Pistons. The fact that the Cavs upset the Bucks, I have a chance of beating the Cavs, I would think. The Blazers swept that had already happened. The Sonics beat the Mavericks, and the Suns upset the Jazz. So a few upsets. Now I play the Cavs. I can delete that. Let's go see how the Cavs are doing. They're scoring an absurd amount of points, 119 a game. Calvin Murphy, who I had on my team last year as my backup point guard, is injured. Let's see. World Be Free. I don't think I'm going to set any certain matchups. I guess Cliff Robinson would be guarded by Herb, so we'll do that. I'm going to keep this rotation. It obviously had some success. They don't really have, other than World Be Free as a scorer, and Robinson was an All-NBA player, I guess. I think he made the third team, so. Should I play physical defense still? I guess so. Let's go through this game. I lost by 9. World Be Free had 33. Kellogg was great. Stockton was great. Johnson was great. Everybody was pretty good. I shot almost 50%, so what was the difference here? Points in the paint were even. I had a lot of offensive rebounds. Turnovers were even. It seems like I had a chance to win, but I lost by 9 because they shot 60%. Reed and Johnson did foul out. No injuries. We go again. I lose again. So those were both in Cleveland. I lost by 3. I lost by 13 in the fourth, so I had a win, and I let it go. Unfortunately, I didn't foul out anybody. I had 3 guys with 20 points. Oh boy. So I'm going to upset the Dynasty Boston to lose to the mediocre Cavs. Is that how it's going to work? Sure seems that way. Oh, any more injuries? Okay, Hubbard and okay, that's a fake guy that's got the flu, but Hubbard's a little injured. A little injured. I did win one in Indiana by 17. Johnson, Kellogg. So Reed fouled out. So Johnson played a lot more. Free 25. There's no stopping World Be Free, but they had a lot of offensive rebounds. I'm already crashed the glass, so I can't change that. They were up. Oh no, I was up by 21. Sorry. I was used to looking at my team on the left, so I had more offensive rebounds. Okay. Still no more. Game 4 is in Indy as well. The Cavs win. So the Lakers just swept the Blazers, and the Suns swept the Sonics. So the Suns are having a great playoffs as the 7 seed. The Sixers look like they're about to put the Pistons away. I lost by 5. Again in the fourth quarter. Johnson fouled out again. Maybe I take the play physical defense down for this last game in Cleveland that I've not beat them in. It's not like they're shooting a bunch of free throws, but I'm also not getting like a lot of steals and blocks or anything, so I'm not sure what good it's doing other than fouling out my good people. So let's take that back down. We'll stay crashing the glass. They're shooting a really good percentage, but I've also brought their points down, if you notice. It was 118, now it's 110. Oh, I didn't see any injuries for what could be the last game. I've been injury-free through the playoffs. Game 5 in Cleveland. Edwards, who shouldn't be playing, he's practicing, I guess, and getting hurt. We're going to leave that. And I've now been eliminated. A 17-point loss. Cliff Robinson, 24. We finally held World Be Free in check, but it didn't matter. They shot a great percentage. Nobody fouled out in that one. Marquise Johnson didn't get the points he needed to get. Stockton had a good showing in the last game of the season. We're going to see. So Herb and Lister hate my team. These guys are all good. Lionel Hollins hates it. Kellogg hates it. Like, that's the one that's most disappointing, because I was hoping to have Clark Kellogg for the entirety of his career, so we're going to hope to change that somehow. Alright, let's go ahead and simulate a round here. Sixers, Cavs, Lakers, Suns. I'm predicting the Lakers, Sixers here. Let's go through a round. The Sixers and Lakers both swept them. The Lakers won in 7 games against the Celtics last year. Let's do one game at a time. Lakers win game 1. Sixers win 1. Lakers win 1. It's tied up. Lakers win 1. And your back-to-back NBA champions are the Los Angeles Lakers. And your back-to-back Finals MVP is Magic Johnson, averaging 18 points, 12 assists, almost 9 rebounds, shooting 63%. 49 badges might be the most I've ever seen. I'd have to go through the rosters and see if anybody has that many. Oh my. And that's it. That's where we'll stop. Just to leave a teaser here, it looks like the Knicks did end up with the second worst record. Standings here. in the league. They're tied. So I'm not sure how that will work with the odds of my draft pick owned by the Knicks. Bullets, Kings, Knicks all tied. The fact that the Knicks showed the top, they didn't have the worst conference record. Maybe that's the tiebreaker. I'm not sure. But that's pretty cool. So the Knicks, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My pick is the 10th, it looks like. So I have potentially, well, pretty much guaranteed 2 top 10 picks. My pick, and then the Knicks. So if you look at that here, that's Karl Malone almost guaranteed. I mean, as long as I don't get pushed out in the lottery. If I happen to get the first pick, then I have to have a decision to make between Ewing and Malone. But then the 10th pick, for some reason it's showing the Mavericks instead of me. Okay, even if it's 11th, we've got some options down here. Adams, Green, Williams, Webb. Terry Porter down here. That's a fake guy. Why is a fake guy up here? But that's what we have to look forward to in the off season. So next time I'm on, we'll be going through the off season. I'll get through the retirements and hiring of coaches and stuff like that offline, and then when I get back on, we'll go through the draft and free agency and everything like that. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you had some excitement there in the crazy upset over the 1-seed Celtics. Otherwise, a very disappointing season for the Pacers. We're hoping to get better in 1985. Till next time, Shoe Shack Redemption signing off.